Oh, there we are. Back on track. Somehow I lost the last
Come, friend.
video on
Get
demand
right to business, then.
because
Nobody's
Twitch
been...
was thinking for something like 18 hours that I was still streaming. I didn't agree. Okay, now... Where did I leave last time? I was at Twin Falls. Level 28, just killed Cronley. I think we can proceed. Should be okay for it. Let's whip out the old zappers. Oh yeah.
That skill's
Some
not
extra
ready.
damage up there. Okay. Now, we got that. Do I want to repeat anything? Not really. Not really, not. So, we got to take care of that here. Also, the way ahead is lying in this ruin here, so I probably should not explore here too much. Ah, yeah, I did the Colosseum thing. Now I remember when I were off yesterday. Good, good. Alright, so the Wind Devils. That sounds like what I want to look first. Okay, we're gonna be spamming soon.
That's
Pretty hard. But that's it. Well, do I want to explore all that stuff again? I mean, it's hardcore after all. Some safety ain't bad. Steel, hey there. Welcome. Happy to see ya. So there's one wasp nest there. Poison resistance 34%. I think we should be fine. Let's go down there. Swarming hive. I mean, monsters here are really, really easy to take down with my setup. Okay. And there's the first boss encounter of the day. So far, so good. My big goal for this character is definitely that I want to get further than with the last hardcore character. If I achieve that, I'm already very happy. That's probably bad. Well, okay. The thing dies rather quickly, though. Okay, good stuff. Rapaxus Sting of Zeal. Well, Stunjacks and Stormbox. I'm appreciating that a lot, Steel. Okay. Ah, there's an Exalted chest up ahead. Let's see what we can find there. Anchorite's light armor. Sadly, not even remotely a fit to my stuff. Okay.
That skill's not ready.
So let's watch one of those Wind Devils. Oh yeah. They do a lot of damage at this point. All those skill points finally pay off. You know? Alright, let's go and bash some undead. Oh, down there's way too many enemies. I can't leave them. I need to take them down. Seriously, say no to that. Okay. Just working out pretty well so far. I mean, if I don't mess up myself horribly, I should be, well, easily capable of getting further than the last time. Alone, because of that insane safety this build has. But walls of archers like that are a very, very good way of killing yourself. They're really dangerous. Especially when you're a spellcaster. You tend to end up quite squishy. Okay. Would be a rather depressing end of a hardcore character. Being just bursted away by a volley of arrows. Game over. Try again, dude. But let's not jinx it for today. I mean, judging from what I'm seeing here, I should much less be concerned about my further damage, and much more concerned about my well-being and safety. Wayman, you died a lot to ranged crits, so yeah, I can relate so much. I also feel as if mage-type characters suffer from that way more often and way more easily. Right? What's that? Brimstone Shoulder Guard. Well, Yorin, hey there, and also hi Wayman. I somehow read your message but didn't say hi. Sorry. Physical resistance? No, walls of ranged enemies shooting instantaneously at you and one-shotting your character. Pretty scary thing. Ooh. Hello there. Is that all? Yeah. Just that little metal strongbox. I vaguely remember this place being an ambush.
That skill's not ready.
Oh yeah. So definitely those wind devils are starting to turn into a force to use. Into a force that I can rely on. It's good. Here, check them out. It's just the wind devils without the totems. It's not as quick as the totems, but that's okay. The totems are skilled out. Well, I've had that sometimes, especially with ghosts. Their crossbow archers sometimes hit like a truck, and these half-pro musket shooters, they sometimes deal massive amounts of damage to me. I don't know why. Maybe it's bad pierce resistance, probably. So what's really good about those wind spirits is that they are mobile, unlike my totems. So they are a source of defense that I can rely on if my totems end up being on cooldown. Shamblers and trolls. Those, for example, were never really any issue for me, oddly enough. Well, the trolls sometimes, but not their direct impact. It's always been the damage over time they were applying to me, which totally ruined me. Okay. Run! It's skeleton monstrosities. They are among my least favorite enemies. My god, what have I done? I'm so powerful. This was a totem. This was supposed to be scary. Stun and high physical damage. Yeah, okay, that's an argument. Oh, I'm on the wrong side, aren't you? Doop-dee-doo. Why doesn't this dude die? Revenants are so friggin' tanky. You're supposed to make way for him. You need to go downstairs. I see. Well, usually I try to build with as much HP as possible with on my characters. Always. But it ain't that easy.
Can't do that.
Killing stuff ain't really any of my issue. Ain't really any problem here. I just feel as if staying alive will or might be turning into an issue rather sooner than later. I'm a little bit torn right now between rushing forward in the story and taking it very slow and grinding myself up and over leveling myself a bit. No, I've left undead up there. It's very hard for me, but I'll leave them behind. Oh, ancient lectern. Forgotten passages. I need 3 of those.
That skill's not ready.
Ooh, ouchies. See? See? 50% of my HP just with the crossbow attacks. Okay, there's another.
That skill's not ready.
One of them forgotten passages. Ooh, level up. Overleveling is hard to do. I quite often felt as if I overleveled my characters in this game. And content was pretty easy from some point on. Today I finished my occultist with the bloody pox, and with normal difficulty. Like, I finished the main game, not the DLC's one, level 46. That was a good feeling. Now he's on the next name, elite difficulty, I think is the name, and yeah, feeling pretty good there.
That skill's not ready.
Okay, speaking of skills not being ready. Here we go. Well, I just have the feeling as if you stay on normal difficulty and you play the story and both DLCs, I always ended up with a fighting power where I was honestly a little bit bored about just steamrolling through everything. It only sounded scary. But probably I'm going to do differently with this character. Because boredom is safety. If I ever grow bored, I also don't feel too scared about dying. Might be also dangerous. Oh. So, well, 0 chaos resistance. That's really bothering me a lot. I need to change that somehow. Wait, what? So, starting an elite, you can't do that? I had no clue. That's cool. Well, I don't know. I don't like repeating the same stuff again and again, too detailed. Like, that's why I rushed through normal difficulty there, because I felt as if I can do all these things on a higher difficulty then. If I feel like it, you know. Because there's really not much to miss out here. If you really want the devotion points that you skipped, just play a little bit of Crucible. And if you want to level up again a little bit more, there's plenty of elite dungeons in the game, ready to be farmed at your leisure. Well, sure, the bosses were really good. I did only finish Fallen Gods so far, but in between the bosses I was feeling pretty bored at times, because I was just, yeah. The enemies were just too easy at some point. Button Gods Exploration, so that's interesting. Thanks, Wayman, for pointing out that one. I have to check that out at some point. Like I mentioned before, I don't really like to start on higher difficulties. That's also why I do this hardcore run on veteran, because that's sounded like fun to me. Yeah, I want to help you, Minova. Now, are we going to go into the deeper catacombs there or not? Let's try. Well, for me, I never really played deeper than elite difficulty because I overplayed normal difficulty at some point and grinded it too much, and yeah, then I didn't have the interest in going into higher difficulties anymore because I already grinded myself out of there. But I always enjoyed my time, don't get me wrong. Alright. I hope I won't regret going into the Arcovian Undercity here. Deeper, at least. Well, with Path of Exile, though, I don't like the season policy they go for, because every friggin' season I have to level up a new character, and that really bothers me a ton. Come on, Totem. Don't be like that. Just start shooting. Okay. Yeah, the season thing is actually the most annoying thing about PoE right now. You know, if they would get rid of that system in a smart way, not just disable it, that wouldn't be smart. I'd be actually inclined to give it a try again, but under these circumstances right now, I'm simply not interested in leveling up every 6 months, couple of characters, dozens of hours, grinding through a quantum that I actually don't want to play in that format anymore. That sucks. It's really bad, because, you know, my time is limited, and it's been a blast the first 10 times or so, but it really, the charm really wears off, you know? That's where I really don't understand why the devs behind Path of Exile haven't realized that a while ago. Maybe I'm not the only one feeling that. Yuki, Primal Strike, Shaman, Legend. Well, you kill enemies again and again and again. That's how you farm it. Jokes aside, there are, I don't know if you've already found it, there are sometimes dungeons which you need a skeleton key to enter them, and these are basically the best areas to farm stuff at. They have the highest enemy level and the highest enemy density as well, so just my personal favorite if I want to farm anything. So no, it's all RNG. At least the blue items. There are green items that are specifically linked to certain monsters, and therefore their drop isn't as random. For example, troll clubs. You won't be finding any troll clubs outside of troll areas. Yeah. So, ooh. Well, everything you need can be found as a green item. Green items are the best source of the stats you need until you have found something blue or something legendary later on. And sometimes even green items can be better than anything legendary you're finding. Because green items have the chance to be exactly what you need. I'm a wee bit nervous here. Skeletal gargantuans always make me nervous because of that grab here. Being incapable of moving always does that to me. But everything went super good. Adept's Wand. Okay. Well, blue items are totally random. The stats on all the on them and such. Don't misunderstand that. So I also accidentally opened up a multiplayer game again, and I can't pause. Need to fix that later. Sometimes I like the
that skill's not ready.
I like to be capable of pausing my game. Ooh, hi there. Nice meteorites you got there, buddy. Nah, I don't feel like going into melee at all. Just unnecessary risk. Enemy hero died. Spectre Bludgeon of Alacrity. Roglin, what's my favorite build? Right now I love the Bloody Pox on the Occultist a ton, but I really can't tell you what's my favorite build. There's so much good stuff in this game. It's literally, my favorite build is most of the time actually the one I'm playing right now. Because every time when I try out something new, I'm positively surprised how these people manage to create one skill after another, which is just fun to use. And what's your favorite build? Give me ideas, because, you know, playing hardcore characters is one of my favorite hobbies here on stream. Since I don't think that I will survive forever. Who knows? This character looks quite OP so far. But a build is only as good as the player. Take that, skeletal garbage one. These ambush situations here always make me kind of nervous. I mean, I've never ever died of from a spirit pack spawning around me, but when you don't have any option to resurrect automatically, it grows more and more spooky. My occultist, I paired him with Shaman because Shaman has pretty decent skills that go on vitality and bleeding damage too. So in the long run, I plan to go with my Shaman on the Swarm, which strips vitality resistance, if I remember correctly, or bleed resistance. I can't remember anymore. I'm also interested in Wendigo Totem, and if I am able to skill it, Sigil of Consumption as the last step there. So tanking and spanking, basically. Put a Sigil of Consumption below them for the life leech, and put a Wendigo Totem right next to you. Power it up like crazy because you're playing a vitality damage build. Sounds like fun. Not done yet, but Purifier. Oh yeah, my wife's playing a Purifier. Yes, I use vitality damage mostly. It's vitality, bleeding, and poison. Yes, those are the 3 damage types. Running pretty good. It's really good. And especially the Shaman skills go so well hand in hand with that. The Shaman has literally many several skill lines that go in harmony with that so good. At the end of the stream, I can showcase that for a sec. Okay, so I'm really a little bit scared about what's up ahead of us. There's the Arcovian Undercity has on the last level another unique boss, and well, so far none of the unique bosses was any problem whatsoever. But I'm scared, and it's never dumb to be scared.
I can't do that yet.
Okay, so what can I do to be less scared? So McGrogan's Pact only would increase my health regeneration. I don't like the fact that this thing will yield max health only on that point. Would be an option. The Arcanist doesn't really offer me any direct survivability at this point. So Fire Scepter guy, I can't remember which one it was here, Hjorn. I think it was something with fire, yeah. So we're going to pump up the McGrogan Pact here. Level up Heart of the Wild a bit. Extra health regen and extra health still help. My damage is already insane. I need more HP. Sure, the Wind Devils could be more powerful. I'm not too happy with their damage output yet. But if I'm dead, I can't do anything. So I'm going to invest a couple of level ups now into the Path of McGrogan. Skill up my HP a bit. Rovena Core. That's the boss we need for the mini quest there. I'm pretty sure that the Wind Devils are on a sufficient power level for what we're doing here, right? It's totally okay. Padala's Will. Maven's Sphere of Protection. Oh yeah, I want that. This is a long-term investment, but I am so far away from Maven's here. I don't know. I need to skill up all the way to 15. So that would be 11 skill points more. Rather pump up the Pact of Mokdrogan at this point, where I can get some immediate results on my HP. But I already got the Mavens as a part I have already decided on, basically. Working out good so far.
I can't do that yet.
Yeah. This undead area here is one of my favorites in the game. I don't know. I'll just like it. Well, I only play hardcore on camera because I find it a lot more entertaining for the audience to watch, and played the game a lot. I'm around somewhere between 300 and 400 hours. But I do play ARPGs since a very, very long time, and it's one of my favorite game genres. But funny enough, I don't play hardcore on off camera, so for me alone, it doesn't really give me anything. But I always think that for you guys, way more exciting. If I die, I die. And also it's easier to have every character as a fixed project that lasts until it either is too successful and bores me, or it just explodes. Speaking about explosions, this is a rather large arena. Really only super dangerous whenever the arenas are too small and I don't have enough room to hide around. But as long as I have such large arenas to work with, I think I already destroyed like 1/3 of his HP here. Yeah, already down to 50%. Alright. Still think that it's totally okay to be spooked as hell, though, whenever I go onto these skull enemies. I don't know how they're called. Alrighty. Goodbye, loser. Okay. Spellfire Wand. Sacred Hammer of Eternal Wrath. Storm Totem plus. Acquired level 33. Okay. We're going to see each other in 2 levels, buddy. So, Malpheus. Just made my first hardcore character on Vetgrim Dawn. Thanks, Malpheus. Yeah, you don't need to kill everything in the game. You know, it's wise to know when you are up against something that would actually beat your ass and kick you out of your fighting, out of your game. I do play hardcore here also because I'm a big fan of roguelikes in general. So, Tempest. Purple stuff. I already got one. Ah, yeah, here, the owl. There. And now, next devotion. Oh, I got the devotion point. Yeah, let's go. Pure lightning damage. It's going to be so good. Hilarian's Shattered Soul is good for elemental. Yeah, that's the real wicked part about all these bosses in this game. They also drop such good materials, good green items that really help you along the way. And also, friends, I'm going to reset that game now. So give me a sec. Don't be afraid the game will disappear for a second here. Because I don't want to share my multiplayer data here. I'm sorry, guys. It's private. It's a secret. There we go. Okay. So part of me right now is actually tempted to go in there one more time and just repeat that whole thing. So Dust Brawler's Shoulder Guards. Oh yeah, this looks like something that I want to have. I mean, it ain't really that much better than what I got already. In terms of specialization, the stats there. Elemental damage is the only thing that I really feel good about. But, yeah, you get the idea. Though we need more levels on Storm Totem. In the offhand and in the main hand. Yeah, Roglin, that's absolutely... I'm absolutely agreeing with you. This is, Grim Dawn is, for me, basically still the best ARPG around for now. I haven't played anything better. Path of Exile is really good, yeah. But Path of Exile suffered a lot from its free-to-play background, which forces you to spend money at some point in terms of inventory expansions. I mean, sure, everybody can have a different opinion, but I personally think that Path of Exile is nigh unplayable at this point without inventory expansions. Just my personal opinion. But behind that, this game is really good. Grim Dawn was my rebound after my messy relationship with Diablo 3. Oh man, Diablo 3. The game that looks so good. The game that has all the right, has done everything right on the storytelling stuff. But oh my god, the gameplay was so friggin' shallow. Such a tragedy. Seriously. I love to play Diablo 3 alone for the story. I even bought that friggin' crappy DLC there, just for the sake of the story. Alright, so we're not going to go into the dungeon there. Not with my crappy chaos resistance. The boss down there has obsidian crystals that can shoot doom bolts after you. And well, I am quite positive that I might be able to dodge them. I'm pretty sure that one salvo of them would just end my game. Now that would be a pity. Just because I got greedy. No. We just skip out of that. The end game was so... Oh, yeah. Basically, only farm for the next tier of gear. And the set items in Diablo 3 basically told you exactly what kind of skills you have to pick and how to play your character. It was like the game was telling you how to do your stuff. Horrible. Experimentation. And trying around with stuff. Seeing if your ideas make sense and if you can make it work. It's like... such a important part of the gameplay for me. ARPGs. Taking that away from me was like, okay, you just stripped me away of 50% of my fun, at least. Everyone was telling you played the Witch Doctor wrong. Well, I checked out how it worked. Ironically enough, I was playing Witch Doctor too, or at least the Witch Doctor was the character I played the furthest. Well, Hjorin, whenever people tell you that you're doing something wrong and it works, they simply haven't had the same ideas as you. Alright, so here we got access to another elite dungeon. In general, now the hardcore mode is going to be more and more exciting, because I can now decide for myself where I want to go and what part of the game I want to explore. Yeah. Copy pasta builds from the forums. Exactly, you're right, exactly. I mean, I don't blame people that do that. Sure, if that's a way to play for you, I really don't mind. For example, I do play Realm Grinder, and in that game I also just copy pasta builds and I'm having fun with it. Okay, I'm just not smart enough to figure out the big picture sometimes, but in many other games I never followed any builds. I was always cooking my own soup. What I'm trying to say is copying builds and all is okay when you don't know to do it how to do it better yourself. But telling other people that they're doing it wrong only because they do experimentation. Let's not talk too much about that. Die, Harpy. That thing is really taking on not too much damage. Electrified. Electrified implies as if this thing is not too vulnerable to electrical damage. I don't know why I got that feeling, but something deep down inside tells me that I might be using the wrong type of damage. Vile score and light blades. That's just acidic stuff. Yo guys, I just want to pass through. You just need to let me pass through. Then I stop slaughtering your brethren. Promise. Whatever. Tons of XP. Yeah, I was quite surprised, Hjorin, to see that electrified enemies do have a high resistance to electricity themselves. I had no clue that these perks do alter the stats of bosses, or their resistances, I should rather say. Learned something new. Ancient Spirit Totem. Okay. Run! They got skeletal gargantuans. This is so cheesy. I know, it's holding me. Oh. It's still scary enough, though. Even on its own. Alright, we did. Alright, good stuff. Totem builds are always so crazy, because you can do your thing from a safe distance. Quickening gem. Ooh, lightning damage. I'll take that. I mean, it ain't ideal. It's more aimed towards a Inquisitor, but still a lot better than my crap. Well, resistance reduction on enemies is absolutely important. As soon as you can do so, that is. That's why I paired my Bloody Pox cultist also with a shaman, because I saw that this devouring swarm thing had resistance strip to bleed. So in the long run, I want to either go for Sigil of Consumption or bleeding damage with Briars. I haven't fully decided yet. Maybe I'll try out both. Lots of enemies. Pretty sure there's just exactly that. They're everywhere. Yeah, from this point on, I really noticed that the Wind Devils are picking up the squats that my totems are not reaching at that. They make up a really good team. And there I was thinking yesterday that the Wind Spirits were summons and not scaling off of my own stats. So Zartusalan, I don't know. I'm not gonna go for that quest yet. This is such a scary thing to go for. Resistances? No. I'll just max out that part here of the Heart of the Wild, of the Mokdrogan's Pact. That's gonna be, once we're done, 30% extra health. Reducing it. Yeah. We just gotta get there first. Survivability comes first here in this run. Okay, I won't go downstairs there as much as I want to. The undead town there is an excellent area to level at, but no.
That skill's not ready.
Maybe I should go there though. Alright, tough decision, but well. I rather not, because I know me, and then I go too far, and then I get myself killed. Just when everything was going so well. Them bad boys were hitting me quite hard. So what does that increase? Poison duration and bleeding duration. This is, as a matter of fact, quite an interesting stat, because it does also reduce the total power of poison in an interesting way. If my bleeding and poison resistances are high enough, together with that stat, it could be evenly negligible at some point. If my resistances are high enough, of course. Otherwise not. It has devotion check. 2 steps of torment. Hyorin. Don't tempt me to kill myself, please. We're going to get there, but not yet. I am already looking for areas to farm at, and we're going to use this. But let's just say I want to increase my HP a little bit before I go there. Because the enemies in there will be quite over-leveled, and already had quite the effort to survive, even with enemies that just had a equal level to me. so let's take it slow. There's no hurry. Still not done yet. Jeez. Alright. Yorin is trying to kill me. And he's really doing it well. I told you we're going to get there, promise. Today even. But first let me reach the next waypoint.
Can't do that yet.
And let me go into town to pick up a couple of upgrades and see if I can't pump up my HP a bit. I'm really mostly concerned about my total HP right now. Wait a sec, why are my spells off? I was already wondering why my HP didn't really increase when I skilled up that thing. It all makes sense all of a sudden. Die already, Harpy.
I can't do that yet.
There we go. So we're going to get into Smuggler's Pass, and then I'll... Yeah, I actually do like the idea to farm up and level up a bit before I go deeper into Smuggler's Pass. Smuggler's Pass is pretty nasty. There are evil enemies inside there with lots of damage over time effects. My defensive ability being awesome. Seriously, I don't have any yet, as of yet. Big problem there. I mean, I plan to use Mirror of Erioptis as one thing, but we don't have anything as of yet. I mean, there's not really much in the in my options here either. I mean, neither Shaman nor Arcanist have the massive defensive options there. Feel free to give me good ideas if you have any. My defensive ability, sorry, I just read you there. 848. Chance to be hit 92.9%. Oops. Let's have it 60. Yeah, most of that gear is crap. Cleansed Blade of Elgoloth. Oh, come on. I want to check out that Cleansed Blade of Elgoloth, guys, and to keep assaulting me. So there we go. Nope. Big old nope. A bit lacking? That's a very, very charming understatement, Huron. It's horrible. I'm going to need new gear here as soon as possible. So I got these. Alright. Well, most of the time I don't aim too much on high offensive ability unless I'm playing something with a high attack speed. But we're slowly only getting to the point where I'm considering specializing my gear a little bit more thoroughly.
Watch your back.
Hi, Elsa.
That skill's not ready.
question. The normal difficulty am I supposed to be still be capping resistance as possible? Well, if you have high resistances and you still die a lot, then your HP are not high enough in 90% of the cases. But in normal difficulty around, from my own experiences, 50% in every resistance should be really more than enough to be safe in almost all of the situations there. You don't need to be at 80%. It happens all on its own quickly enough at some stats to be even overcapped. But every difficulty level reduces the amount of resistance on your character, so it doesn't really hurt to have too much resistance. There's no hard number, just kidding. Chaos and ether are more important. Yeah, Hyorin, that's true, but you're forgetting poison there. Poison resistance is also on the list. Because there are many poisonous enemies that can severely rip you apart if your resistance are lackluster. Poison main, yeah. Yeah. If you play occultist, poison resistance is not a problem. You are poison. You're all made out of poison. I know what you mean. But yeah, chaos resistance is extremely important due to the fact that there are a lot of bosses that have Doombolt-like abilities that just it's just a lightning strike popping over at your on your head, and if your chaos resistance ain't high enough, you just die because these chaos bolts, they have enhanced crit damage and a lot of damage per se. Woo! Why dear? Why dear?
That skill's not ready.
Why buy or keep? So far, so good. No, another harpy boss there. Find it quite amazing how long there are fresh spawns coming after I've entered a harpy area. Ah, yeah. This is the exit I'm looking for. So, now we're going to do that little favor to Hyorin. But before I do so, I'm going to reset my game because I want to have a fully renewed map of enemies there on my way back to the undead dungeon there.
Come see what's
No reason not to do so. Oh, look at that!
Put it to good use.
Quickening gem is ready. So which one is the worst ring? Here's some useful resistances on it, and vitality and ether. Poison and elemental. Oh, that's a hard decision, but I'll take the other one. Okay. Goes, and this one, well, will only work in conjunction with another item there. Strongest point of Grim Dawn is that some of the very non-conventional builds must be viable or even top tier. Yeah. Well, simply because of the insane combinations that you can do. I mean, there are green items that fundamentally alter your skills. Like converting damage types from a skill into a completely different type and whatnot. There's lots of ways that you can use there. I strongly agree with you there, Huron, especially since that's something which bothered me a ton with a lot of other ARPGs, that there's only a very low amount of ways of how to play a character in many ARPGs, and Grim Dawn breaks with that a lot, because you can basically play whatever you want to. If you try to make it work hard enough, it usually will work. I know that's not where the steps of torment are, but this area here was a good farm before, and it's still a good farm after. Oh, and I think, if I remember correctly, I got a devotion point left over. Yes, I do. Where was that beautiful lightning thingy? Oh yeah. Extra physique. Nice.
That skill's not ready.
Ow. They hurt me so much there. Okay. Let's leave this place. I just wanted to tip my toes a little bit in to the first few enemy groups there. Nightblade Shaman. That's fun. Yeah, the devotion tree in this game is absolutely insane. There's so many things there. For example, I am totally enjoying the on attack procs on my Bloody Pox character. He uses the vampire teeth from the bat, which actually do heal you for a massive amount if you have a damage over time effect on practically every enemy on the map. That's awesome. Okay. Maybe I'll find something cool here on the way. That would be awesome. I still feel as if I want to have a one-hand item and a shield or something like that. Yeah, well, I'm not sure if there aren't other devotion thingies that are worth their points if you are spec'd correctly. But the healing portion on that bat skill is definitely something which makes it a lot more appealing than other options. Gotta agree with that. Okay. Getting closer to the danger zone. This is pretty cathartic, though, gotta admit. Ripping your enemies apart like that feels good, man. Especially since it's a very nice lazy boy build where I don't need to do the aiming at all. Okay, now, bristly fur. Do I still have some of that? Or even mutated scales? Well, just seamless if I had mutated scales. Put some extra bristly furs for 4,000 HP. Catharsis smash. I'm so afraid now. So what do we have here? Oh, extra casting speed and cooldown reduction. Yay! But it says only for the monsters. Now I've got almost 500 HP more than when I was here for the first time. I feel as if I have spent my break pretty decently. This is, after all, one of my favorite areas in the game. Not gonna lie. I love it here. And now I'm already tempted again to go into the Elite Dungeon. Just willing and ready to kill myself. Probably I will do, actually, but not go for the final boss fight then. Sartusalan should be not too much of an issue. I think Sartusalan was the one with the fire, and with 40-ish % of fire resistance, I should be totally okay to take that competition.
Can't do that yet.
I personally find every encounter with skeletal gargantuans pretty dangerous. Yay, level 33. Now I can use that thing. So wait a sec. I got two. It's 2 items. And together, I now got a skill level of 20 on my Storm Totem. Let's try that out. I mean, fire. The Kantos, hi there. It's a fun build.
I can't do that.
So let's see. Pretty hard for me to tell if that's now better than before or not. But what's for sure is that the minus on the skill recharge on the Storm Totem is absolutely cool. Pretty disgusting that I can't check out if this is better or not on this character. But whatever. Putting down my totems quicker and being able to put down one extra totem must be, on its in its own way, already a big power up. Oh, these are the situations I'm always afraid about. When there's a wall of archers in front of me, just doing their thing. Yeah, well, I am now full caster mode, but actually, what else should I do at this point? I mean, I'm literally killing stuff by placing down my shenanigans and running away. my character wasn't capable of standing toe-to-toe with the enemies since a longer period of time already. Maybe I'll change that at some point when I find a bigger amount of gear. I mean, everything is reskillable here. I do love the lowered cooldown time on the storm totems already. Feel as if I don't want to give that away ever. Seriously, it's extremely good. So, anybody else? Nope. Well, the synergy is just that good, Hyorin. And since I'm playing on hardcore, I am actually inclined to build something with a high efficiency after all, you know. So I'm not too surprised about the fact that I am slowly getting towards the, well, the most min-maxed build. I feel as if this is a very, very streamlined build towards maximum efficiency of these skills there. I mean, without your help, I wouldn't have realized that the Wind Devils are usable for me. So I would have possibly spent my skill points into something different there. But yeah. I don't
That skill's not ready.
regret that in the least little way. Okay. I'd love to have some safety guilds on my gear as well. Because right now, I feel rather endangered. Second favorite build. Okay. Well, we got to do some summoner sooner or later here as well. Because I love all summoners in Grim Dawn. They are among my favorite things to play. Usually I find summoners rather boring, but not in Grim Dawn. So this is working out really good as well. Is there anything I can't do? Okay, I should stop right here. Okay, here we go. Next devotion shrine up ahead. I mean, if I want to have a challenge, all I need to do is to go into the elite dungeon afterwards. Then I have my challenge. Ooh, treasure trove. Well, I don't know. Whenever I played it, I had a lot of fun. That's all I can say, Hyorin. Ooh, there. Standing in a room full of undead while there's a skeletal gargantuan around the corner. Bad idea. Really, really bad idea. Hello, Totem. Goodbye, Totem. Jeez, that was a very anticlimactic loot situation there. Storm Scorched Shoulder Guards. Now that sounds like something. in my league. Here, lightning damage, lightning bolt, chance when hit. Still feel as if this is a better choice than the stuff I got right now, even if the armor is a tad bit lower. The extra lightning damage and the skill there sound pretty tasty to me. Let's do this. And devotion. So where was that lightning thingy? There was that lightning thingy. Oh yeah, more lightning and electrocute damage. It's, damage-wise, I feel as if I get such a insane amount of goodness there. And I gotta say, it's also for me pretty discernible that the enemies are melting so fast and always ever faster somehow. Alright. Yeah. I mean, if I remember correctly though, this thing has electrocute damage in the skill, so I find it therefore a good thing to increase as well, if I can get it for free, basically. And here it was mostly the active there, which or passive, 30% when hit, and lightning damage on the enemy hitting me. Since my lightning damage is so pumped up here in that build, I'd instantaneously replace that with a pair of shoulders, though. That fits my build a little bit better there. Well, I love damage over time. I love it when the fight's winning itself while I'm just running around and waiting.
Can't do that yet.
Very fast enemy there. Not fast enough. Oh yeah. Ow. So we're almost at the boss. Lane's Virtue, definitely not my cup of tea. Oh no. I want to clear out that area. Because I'm very short, I'm very close to the next level up there. And Zartusalan might be actually my end.
Not ready.
I'm so scared. Areas like these always give me the creeps. Hi there, dudes. I was looking for you. Alright. Let's get to boss fight. He could be hard, yeah. Let's just hope not. The arena is rather small. That's what I'm concerned about most. Okay, let's go. And if if I remember correctly, there's also a ton of spawns inside here.
I can't do that yet.
Alright. Gotta level up in here. Ooh, boy. Oh, give me heal, give me heal. So... Oh. That's way too... well... I'm out of here. That's too scary. We can't do that at some other point when my resistances are better. Or I simply got more HP. But at this point it's gambling with my life to stick to that plan. Alright, we got that. And I got a big amount of XP out of that. We can repeat that any other day. No problem. So, let's go forward with the Arcanist. Yeah, I level up the Arcanist now a bit. And what we're going to do here... Let's try that Smuggler's Pass. Well, if I can survive reliably, and I certainly didn't feel as if I had a good survival there, I'll rather chicken out of that fight, you know. Okay.
That skill's not ready.
Smuggler's Pass, here we go. Because I just figured that if I want to go for that boss one more time, I'll have all the opportunity I want when I want to farm that elite dungeon. Then I have to defeat that guy to get in there. So there's going to be plenty of opportunity. Ooh. Hey there, baddies. How's life? You're that ugly. This is one of my least favorite areas in the game. Somehow I dislike the mixture of enemies here a lot. I don't mind the ethereals, but somehow these troll dudes they really scare me a bit. The Mistborn especially. I somehow lost so many people to random Mistborn boss salvos. I don't know. Like, two rifle bosses next to each other. For example, Misery and Doom. Okay. Now I constantly got that feeling as if I would have been able to beat Sartuzalan already. My brain is relentlessly telling me that I skipped out of there.
Skill's not ready.
And I could have done it. Sometimes I feel as if I have suicidal tendencies here. Alright, we're almost out of here. But there's a pretty nasty boss here at the end. To be handled with respect. Dude here. Troll bosses are always really some unique problem on their own. Don't let them get close to you. Ooh, look at that roar. Taking away 50% of my HP just by standing next to a shouting troll. Alright. Was possible, but also pretty risky. Yeah, that's just what I thought there too. And that's why I like hardcore. It's a constant risk reward equation. Whoa! Hi there, guys. Here we go. Deadman's Gulch. Alright, almost at Homestead. Pretty surprised I made it that far. But from here on, stuff is only getting worse, and I'll definitely have to work on my ether resistance from this point on, because 11% won't cut it. And we'll have to beat a big boss ethereal abomination, yeah, ether abomination to proceed. So but I do appreciate that we got some challenge up ahead. Okay. 0% is enough as long as I don't get hit.
That skill's not ready.
Yeah. There weren't these skills that just directly zap you with no chance of dodging whatsoever, I would be almost inclined to agree with you. There are just too many skills in that game that are simply not dodgeable, no matter how well you try to perform. Alrighty, there's Deadman's Gulch.
Greetings.
Hi, Oldgrim.
I know that it comes with the. I came upon these.
And hi, Colin Taverton. Let's help your sister. The big ether damage as usual. Yeah. The gruesome harvest boss is going to be. If I manage to do that, I'm super happy because then I broke my old best, or I went past my old best result of a hardcore character. But I want to get past that too. I mean, as long as I can get my ether resistance somewhere above 50%, I should have no issues whatsoever with that. But if not, it's just going to rip me apart. The amalgamation, yes, I think that's what it's called.
I can't do that yet.
Wasn't the amalgamation in the conflagration? I can't remember anymore. It's the ether abomination and not the obelisk boss. That's all I know. The obelisk boss was in the conflagration. But it could be that this one is called the amalgamation, yeah. Doop-dee-doo. So many critters! What I do realize at this point is we're moving closer towards level 40. I'm not leveling up at that. I'm not leveling up that fast anymore. I'm leveling up way slower than I like to level up. That's when you know you're getting closer to level 40. And also, I think that's not the direction that I want to go towards tonight. Hey, spiders! Hi there. Always these monsters spawning in your back. That's a lot of spiders. It's another boss. Dead beater. Fatality damage. Pet bonuses. Well, not my cup of tea. Hey there, Trubby Trobs. Shouldn't there be... We're looking for that quest. Find Dahlia in the mountain deeps. Thought she was lying around here somewhere. Obviously not. On my way to the amalgamation now. Clear at the Queen. Yep. Good luck, Melpheus. That's going to be the next big goal for this bad boy too. But we're going to take it a lot slower than I did the last time. I don't want to fail on that another time by rushing it too hard. Ooh, treasure trove. Come on, gimme. Bloodbone ointment. Chaos resist. Okay. Yeah, I always underestimate that this place is larger than I think you're in. Bye, buddy. Charged bone sign. Blood. Well, no. Gallus, he's not here. Gallus is in the with the Dermapterans. But the Gallus map uses the same tile set as this one. Alright. Let's wait those stinkers. Nah, not yet. Confused me several times, though, too, Hjorn. Gallus is a side area in the Dermapteran hive. Boom. Now, offensive ability and defensive ability. Yay! Just what I needed. Alright. Looking good. I'm mostly happy about the amount of HP on my character. Slowly giving me more confidence there. Break the hidden wall passage. Yep. Hey, Bob, welcome. Nice to see you. Oh. Almost 50% of my HP. Always makes me kind of nervous. Okay, also I just realized I want to have move to exclusively on the left mouse button. There is no reason for me to whack enemies anymore, and Huron is right. There's the body of the lady, just right next to the unique monster there. Gotta say, the that offhand item with that extra totem was among the best things that I equipped lately. Or, not exactly the extra totem is that kick-ass, but the fact that I got 3 cooldown reduction on my storm totem. 1.5 seconds are so much. Global totem. Yeah, yeah. That was the one global that used the lightning skills himself. here, Dahlia Tavern. That's what I was looking for. And that's another one of those crazy parts about this game. That Robo Totem upgrading a Storm Totem
We can't do that.
dude so much. Alright, well, let's get out of here. I hate this map. Or, much more, I hate the damage types of these enemies. There we go. Adam's Greaves. How's everybody? I'm feeling awesome. Just a little bit tired. But, well, it's just the result when you don't sleep enough. Let's leave that place. Oh, you got another Wisdom Tooth extraction? Oh, man. Good recovery, man. Good recovery. I'm past mine right now. For me, it was a Wisdom Tooth and a Molar at the same time, but
That skill's not ready.
oh man, just Paperboy, hey there. My sleep cycle is screwed. Oh. Happy that I'm past that point already. My sleep cycle might be not the regular cycle of people, but it is a very healthy cycle. As long as you can't keep up with 7 hours a day per day like me. So we're almost at Homestead. I'm looking out the last couple of meters here. Oh man. Do you need to have all your wisdom teeth extracted? Aren't there any of them that can stay? Some people are just so unlucky, man. For me, my lower ones weren't necessary to be extracted yet, so it's just my upper ones that are gone. Dang, man. So sorry to hear that.
I can't do that yet.
But well, in a weird way, I always like recuperation phases. I mean, you feel like crap, sure, but for me, it's always like, for one, I like to know why I feel like crap, and if the reason for feeling like crap is something good, like getting rid of a wisdom tooth is something valuable, I somehow can sit back and feel well while just sitting back. I don't know if that makes sense. Well, let's not continue with such an unpleasant topic like teeth. We'll all wish Jorn a good and speedy recovery there, and no complications and all these good things. And let's keep having fun, shall we? Grim Harvest Boots. And also, I need to check who the hell is sending me a message at 0.30 AM. Nobody. It's advertisement. But stay strong, Bjorn. You're always allowed to share your pain here. That's awesome to hear, Bjorn. I don't know. I feel as if Grim Dawn still attracts a lot of people. I mean, we're a pretty big crowd right now here. I'm always surprised to see how many people are coming in the long run. Oh, this is so scary, actually. It does look that easy, but one little slip up could be already spelling my doom. Alright, but at least we're now back at the exciting parts. And now I need to think about where I'm going to farm up myself a little bit, because we're definitely not gonna stay that crappy here. So, any good ideas? I've done a playthrough of this game a while ago. It was fun, but haven't touched it since then. Yeah, well, I keep gravitating back to this game time and time again. I played it a lot around, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago when I moved over to vicinity of Hanover here, when we had no internet. Playing that game a ton. But it's also, since it has such a nice balancing in general, it's a good game to play hardcore online. Well, I hope, Yorin, it's not going to be the last good game in that genre. I was so disappointed when I heard that game converting mods weren't supported on Diablo 2 officially. I don't know. That was such a Disney move, because Diablo 2 had such awesome game converting mods. Even back in the day when I was playing that over 10 years ago, there were already such awesome game converting mods. Such a wasted opportunity. Well, no game is free of flaws here. There is no such thing as a flaw-free game. I've never seen any flaw-free game. Sometimes I even feel as if the flaws are what making the games actually lovely. I don't know, ACS for example. I'll miss its 90s kinks when ACS 2 is going to be better optimized. I'm gonna be, man, I miss the crappiness of good old ACS. I'm pretty sure that I will. Okay, let's take that angle here. Big bad boss incoming. I like to have a little bit of hiding room here. I mean, this is not really a super evil, difficult boss, but everything with a skull right next to its name is something I take seriously, by definition. So, we did it. Nice. So, can't wait for ACS 2. Yeah, me too. Me too. I mean, I played ACS already so much and I'm still enjoying it. I basically didn't stop playing ACS since I got my hands on it, and that was December of last year. And ever since I did content for that game. I don't know, I must already have hundreds of episodes for that game. A twisted relationship. At some points, I even hate ACS. Don't get me wrong, sometimes I hate that game. Most of the time I like it. Alright. Now, let's check out. Yeah, I wanted to go for those points here. Just plain out baseline points. Return to Olgrim and the refugees at Dadman's Gulch. Ah, yeah, Colin. Yeah. Here. Path of Exile to difficult and D3 to bland. Well, yeah, the problem is Path of Exile has that artificial difficulty.
So how doomed are we now that we come?
I don't know. You guys see me a little bit negatively biased towards PoE. I'm a little broken-hearted. it's mostly a broken heart. But I had many hundred happy hours with Path of Exile. Don't get me wrong here. Don't want to talk too bad about it. It's just like, I feel as if the developers missed the opportunity for innovation there.
I wasn't sure you'd make it. I wish that. I'm going to check in with Creed here.
So, Captain
I'll skip the
Silmer
pleasantry. The Legion is split on two fronts. To the
and the Ethereal Amalgamation. Alright, I'll grab something new to drink and gonna take a toilet break. Gonna be back in a minute. PoE suffers too much from free-to-play model. Yep, exactly what I am thinking too, Hyorin. See you guys in a moment. There we go. Good job, Morpheus. Congratulations to killing the amalgamation. Alright. Now. Poison resist is pretty good, though. Okay. So the plan for now is pretty simple. I'm going to follow the Dermapteran monsters here a bit, but I'm going to keep my fingers away from the Ethereal Amalgamations for now, because I feel that's the safest ground to take for now.
That skill's not ready.
Because those monsters, they don't have too much on me due to my high poison resistance. Oops. And we should be able to farm ourselves up a little bit better there. A house. Nothing to be gained here. Okay. Whoa. Quite a crowd here. There's one thing about the Raptorans that I don't like in general, and that's how speedy they are. They got such a high movement speed. It always scares me a bit. Ugh. Just like that. And there's been a lot of bosses as well here. Oh, come on, seriously. All the things you can smash in that game, and then I can't smash these clusters because I haven't bound auto attack onto my mouse cursor. It's the first time that this doesn't work. They are the Zergs of Grim Dawn. Every game has its Zergs for some reason. Okay. Yep. Gimme. I will also kill the Raptor Queen. So the next big milestone here will be the unlock of Maven's Sphere of Protection. I feel as if that will be a major add-on to my skill set. Okay, the Demepteran clusters, I don't need to worry about them anymore. Okay, now follow the road a bit, because I want that waypoint. Yeah, but mostly they are scary looking and not that much behind it.
I can't do that yet.
So I really hope that Joe's well. I'm not seeing him too much lately. He's been around here a lot more often way back when. Well. What the heck? All of a sudden, Gobles. I don't want to go that way anymore. Not too interested. Mainly because I don't want to miss the waypoint there. Spot. I think I'm pretty close to the waypoint now. Take that, you filthy monsters. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Flash War bad boys. Okay. Now, off to the Demepteran Hive. I mean, with 50% poison resist, I feel absolutely capable of tackling that. And beyond that, well, oof, ouchie. Yeah. Ether damage. Ether damage, TM. Okay. What I was trying to say beyond that, I really gotta check where I can farm myself up. I mean, probably I will go into the Steps of Torment one more time. Probably the Arcovian Undercity, though. Arcovian Undercity also sounds pretty decent. High enemy density and good experience, too. Go. Just another one of those scarecrow bosses.
That skill's not ready.
Not hurting me nearly as much as the other dude. Steps of Torment or Arcovian Undercity. Yeah. That, the Rover faction is already unlocked. And, yeah, Arcovia has several advantages. Ooh, they're hurting me. These scarecrow bosses, I tell you. Somewhere around here should be the Nectarin hive soon too. Right. I think here. In this meadow should be the right. Yep. Okay. Now there we go. Gain rep rhythm for killing undead. Later for a quest. I didn't know about a quest, but I knew about the reputation gain for killing undead. Hey. Oh, you know what? We're going to go back home for a sec here and do something. Let's do a little bit more homage and get over here, craft ourselves. Let's see. Yeah, goes into offhands as well. Double amber. Because I didn't hurt enough already. Cleansing Broken's Shrine quest. Oh, I remember that one. Wasn't that also unlocking that super sick McDrogan boss fight? Or wasn't it related to that? I can only remember that there was this crazy-ass boss fight where you had to go versus McDrogan himself. Or am I mistaken there? Okay. The event is related to that quest. That's what I love about this game, that you get all these names, all these persons with their skills and their story, and at some point you're standing in front of them. It's really cool. It's a really cool part about this game. Also should give an attribute point. I see. Ooh, this looking nasty. This looks like a mob group where I am super happy that I upgraded my skill like I did. Mirror of Eriopites. Oh, wonderful. So I got my oh shit button. Wonderful. Alright. So if stuff now goes really horrible wrong, I can make myself invulnerable for a moment. Here we go. You can't hurt me.
That skill's not ready.
An exalted stash. Dale's Edge. Yeah, those boards are rather big, and looking at my XP bar, they're also rather scary. Okay, there's another boss incoming. And it's an ether boss. There we go. Just that extreme safety distance there, doing the job. Okay. And all of a sudden I'm actually farming this Demactaran nest here. I didn't really expect to do so, but all of a sudden I did. Yeah. Stuff is working out really decently, but I mean, we are playing a power build, so it's only to expect that things are going well. There we go. Yeah, I think these the extra ambers really did something there. I feel as if the damage is a lot higher now after adding the amber items into my weapons. Bosses melt a lot faster, if you ask me. Wreath of Souls. No. No. Thanks, but no thanks. Shouldn't there be? Exactly. Okay. Now, off to the next challenge. I might be skipping out on Gaullus. I'm not sure yet. I do want the reputation shrine on that map, but if I remember correctly, I don't need to actually take the fight with Gaullus to get the reputation shrine, the devotion shrine. Okay. Close quarters. I hate close quarters. And they're behind the wall. Here. Den of the Lost. It's even dangerous domain. Tells quite the story. Okay, there's the shrine. It's a pretty spidery shrine. Wow. Those 4 monsters. Brawler's gloves. Nope. Right? So what do we get here? Chance of lightning damage, move speed. Right. I'll take that. Okay. There goes Gaullus.
That skill's not ready.
But still pretty convinced that this should be not too much of a problem. And now I even got a invulnerability button if ever all goes wrong. Oh yeah, that poison bomb attack though. This is really nasty. If he gets you with that, this hurts a ton. But he didn't get me. version of the Shadow Weave leggings. They really try to promote these on me. Just picking up the remaining enemies here because, you know, Dangerous Domain also means that you get a lot of XP here.
Can't do that yet.
It's not only all dangerous enemies, it's also nice rewards. Okay, now, got that. Let's go for the Demapteran Queen. Really don't know if you need serrated spikes and all these items in these sheer numbers one day. I think you should try making Hell's Bane ammo for my offhand. Why Hell's Bane ammo? Because of that healing skill, you mean? Because the damage types are super not compatible to me. I didn't miss anything there. That gives 75% to... Ooh, okay. I thought a Devil's Touch was... Hell's... not Devil's Touch, Hell's Bane. I got those mixed up. Yeah, I wanted to check out the crafting menu as well. Because I need to find stuff to increase my resistances too. Maybe I can craft some component for ether resistance or something like that, who knows. Right, there's the next Grand Vizier. This is working out so good. These are really scary enemies, usually. Well, as scary as they can be in Overload.
That skill's not ready.
Now, let's hope that I'll be able to deal with that thing down there. But, well, I'd be actually surprised if we'd had real big issues there. Right? Just making sure that my totems are slowly advancing for me. Okay, and there goes the boss. Any idea who should I ally with in home status? Shaman, Paimon, or the other one? Oh, this is... You gotta check which kind of damage types the factions have. As a Shaman, if you want to skill into Shaman, you want to have lightning and cold damage amplifications. I'd spontaneously assume that this is more Paimon's department, but I really don't know. Right. Right, I'm out of pots right now, so I'm taking this a little bit more seriously than I need to. And, okay. Bad boy, going mobile now.
Can't do that.
Bad girl, I'd rather say. One of the biggest issues about Ravna are the stone blocks falling from the ceiling. This stuff stuns you if it hits you. And I always feel as if it's pretty hard to discern where these stone blocks will actually land. Okay, we got that. Yay! Tempest Sigil. Now that sounds like my cup of tea. Raging Tempest. Lightning damage. Yeah, well, okay. I can't wear it yet, but let's keep an eye out on that. Paimon, fire, lightning, and physical. Poison, chaos, and cold. Well, I'd personally recommend Paimon then a little bit more, because cold damage is, well, you got cold damage as a shaman, but it's not nearly as often used. But, you know, don't get me wrong. If you have bleeding and vitality damage on your devouring swarm and your Wendigo totem, the necromancers would be the better choice. Yeah, lightning is definitely. Anybody ever realized that this is a freaking smiley? Look at how happy this dungeon looks. Okay. So we got the rotting croplands down. The Macaron Queen. Also always a point on the story list. Wow. Super happy when I got that crossed off. So the other option would be also Pine Barrens. Pine Barrens, that's what we could do next. So probably next time I'll do a little bit of a trip through the Arcodian Undercity and the Steps of Foreman one more time, and then go into Pine Barrens. Yeah, Pine Barrens is good bosses. A lot of quests too, featuring a nice amount of loot and XP. But I certainly don't mind if I overlevel myself a bit. So now, the last piece of action we go for is going to be me getting closer to the amalgamation. There's a simple reason behind that. You can farm ether crystals pretty decently in that area. There. Great. I mean, I could also imagine that I'd be actually already able to deal with the amalgamation due to the insane amount of passive damage this build does. But I'm not gonna try. I'll just move close until I find that door. Check out how's it going so far. Be a little cautious, because I don't have a lot of lifesteal. Well, I never will have any lifesteal. It's not part of the build, isn't it? well, I'll chicken out before I go towards the actual boss. Everything before that shouldn't be any bigger issue, honestly. Well, Veil's Edge ain't any helpful item for me. Go. Nice. Level up there. And another go. That. So next level I will finally learn the Maven's Sphere of Protection. It's a good start.
I can't.
Okay. This is also partially a little bit of a test to see how well I already am able to deal with this kind of problematic here. But gotta say, it's already pretty working out pretty decently. But this doesn't say anything so far because the actual boss here is a completely different thing compared to what we're fighting here. Thought there were more ether crystals out here. Must have mixed that up with the conflagration. Conflagration has a lot of ether crystals. That's one thing I'm absolutely sure about. Obviously not here. Alrighty, so we're going back home. I am super tempted to keep going, but no. No, dear greedy part of my brain. Just no. Alright. Let's check out the crafting table. Burial pill. Haven't thought about that one.
I do the best I can with what I've got. Go on now.
Definitely a good one.
Let's take a look, shall we? Goodbye for now.
Yay! More damage! I used the same skill on my Death Knight, only for ethereal damage. Now. We could use that. But I don't like that. That's the one my Death Knight uses. And that's a start. Hope we don't find anything better. Hmm. These are all not too good. But I craft myself that equilibrium one for now. So I have at least a relic. Ain't that horrible.
Go on now.
I hope you fix.
Well, it's time to say goodnight for today. I think Squall is a good one for you. Squall. I gotta check that out. So, tomorrow, let's see. I'll work on getting the amalgamation down. Or, I don't know, maybe I'll play some Tale of Mortal. I haven't figured out yet what's going to happen first tomorrow. And you all have a good time. And
I'll keep
see
an
you
eye
then.
on this.
Good night. Yeah, or whatever it will be at your place. Bye-bye.